What up, Blockheads? Today we're going to be trying to do this auto-tune thing again. You guys posted up a ton, actually, of your experiences after I posted up that last video. So I kind of took the foremost that sounded similar to mine, I think it's 4, and jotted some notes down in my phone. And I'm going to be trying a couple of y'all's solutions. Just to preface this, tons of you guys have said, call Vance and Hines, call Vance and Hines. I've looked up a lot on the auto-tune. Like, I'm one of those people, before I do something, before I buy something, I research the hell out of it. Before I call a company, I want to make sure that I've exhausted like every single resource and everything that I've tried before calling them, because I want to figure it out myself. I don't want to basically like call them and then they say something like that I should have just been seeing the entire time. So, you know, kind of bringing this to you guys on YouTube, it's basically letting y'all see my like real experience. I'm not paid by Vance and Hines. It's like a total honest experience thus far. I know there's a lot of people that probably disagree with that process, you know, saying like, oh, like you're a noob, you don't know what you're doing, or, you know, whatever. People are going to criticize me. But to me, it's like I'm keeping the integrity of the channel by basically showing you guys everything, all of my experience with this bike. You know, I showed you that the filter fell off. You know, I told you about the company that I ordered that through. I've told you about, you know, my problems with installing passenger pegs. You know, I've gone through, you know, trouble that I had with ordering the chin fairing and it coming in gloss black and me having to sand it down and paint it and having trouble with clear coat, and like everything is totally honest on this channel. I'm not bought and paid for by anybody, so if me showing you guys the process of something that ends up being more difficult than it should be, and it's similar to other people out there, but it's not a majority, to me, I think people should know about that. You know, it's just, like I said, it kind of keeps the integrity of the channel. I feel like that's how news sources should be, that they should, you know, report the truth and all that stuff. So, you know, if you want to call me a noob for, like, not being able to figure out auto-tune, then so be it. Via all the other research that I've done using auto-tune from Vance Hines FP3, Fuelpak, it should pretty much just be selecting a base map that I know it runs well on, hit auto-tune, and then it starts and the bike runs fine, but it learns it from there forward. Every positive review I've seen on it has been just that. Basically, you select it, start auto-tuning it, which I'll walk through it this time around as well, but my experience is not like that. There's other people that have had that same experience, which a couple of you guys have commented on, and I very much appreciate, but yeah. I mean, if me showing you guys that makes me a noob, then so be it. I'm not like a certified mechanic or anything. I do know my way around cars. I've worked on cars like since I was, I've worked on cars for 15 years, you know, so I'm really comfortable with that. And bikes, you know, I'm new to bikes, but seriously, it's mechanical. It's kind of the same concept. So let's go ahead and get started regarding a couple of y'all's feedback that you posted up on that previous auto-tune video. So, auto-tune feedback ideas, I've taken a couple notes here. Buzzard Ards said to try and set up a new map, basically for the exhaust. Currently, the map that I have is for the Vance and Hines big radius with standard baffles, because I believe these have the standard baffles built into them already. Whenever I was looking, you know, all hunched over and bent in there, you know, I could see some baffling on the inside. So I'm pretty sure they have the standard baffles. So he said to basically set up a new base map without baffles and see how the bike runs with it. If it runs well, try using auto-tune based off of that map. He had a similar story where he was running a canned map without baffles, and he ended up switching it to baffles, and then his auto-tune ended up working out. So I'm going to try that out real quick, and let's see if it starts up and it runs and all that. Alright, so bringing up the app, turn the bike on, run switch set to on, should be able to connect via Bluetooth here in just a moment. Just to preface this, I wrote over here based on a canned map, which I will show you guys right now. The map that I'm running this off of is the big radius standard baffle stock 883. So this is the map that I've always defaulted to. It's the map that I installed as soon as I got the FP3 and the exhaust, and it's always worked for me. This is the map that most of the moto vlogs I'm running on, so we know that this map works. So I'm not even going to start it up because we already know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out and see if there's any trouble codes first. No trouble codes. And I'm going to search for a new map. It's going to connect to Vance and Hines. I'm going to select my exhaust, which is Vance and Hines. I'm going to select the exhaust name, big radius. Currently, I have it set to standard baffles. I'm going to say we have no baffles, just to see how it runs. Maybe it'll run well. Results, Vance and Hines, big radius, no baffle, stock 883cc with a high flow air filter. That's correct. We have a high flow air filter. So let's click on it. It'll show me the bike. Yes, that looks like a similar bike. Exhaust manufacturer, Vance Hines. Big radius, no baffle, 2013. Sportster. Engine, stock 883. Cam, stock, yes. Engine mod, stock, yes. Air filter, high flow, yes. Program map with this bike. Let's hit it. Warning, making changes to your motorcycle's ECU programming may affect engine performance. Follow all instructions for the installation of setup of fuel pack. Be careful, be smart, and ride safe. Fuel pack is not legal for the use on pollution-controlled motor vehicles. So, to all you people that live in California, sorry about that. Continue. Checking for available slots. We're going to post it on, it's going to be like the 4th slot, because the 1st slot basically installs, or basically saves your stock map to it. And then anything beyond that you can program. So I use the 2nd one for pretty much that same bike. So we're going to turn the bike off. I use the 2nd slot for the same map that I had on the 3rd slot. I duplicated the map to basically try to run auto-tune on it. It did not work. Going ahead, waiting for 30 seconds. It's flashing the new map. As soon as it comes back on, we're going to power the bike back on. It'll say, congratulations, you've programmed your new map. Hit the share button. I'm going to say no because I don't want to be a Vance Hines share whore. Waiting for Bluetooth. Coming back on. Map transferred. I just programmed my bike with the FP3. That was easy. Thanks, Vance Hines. Yeah, right. Done. So we're going to go to View Edit Maps just to see what map is loaded on there. It should be the one that I just said, right? So like I said, this is my stock. This is the first one I ever loaded, which is the same exact one as this. I was trying to use this one for auto-tune. Now I've loaded up a new one. Big radius, no baffle, stock 883. So that's the current map on there. So let's throw it in neutral and see if it'll start up. It works. It starts. It runs. I'm sure it'll rev. It revs. Cool. Looks good. Let's go ahead and kill it for now. Okay, so now that we have confirmed that that map runs, we're going to go ahead and ride it real quick, just around in here, to see if it sputters or stalls or anything. And then park it right back here, see what happens. Now I'm riding with no gloves or a jacket, but I'm just riding around in here just to get a feel. Starts up again. Success. This is all kind of expected. We're running a canned map. It runs great. Cool. Got it all the way up in the 3rd and everything, and we're so far so good. So let's go ahead and try running auto-tune based off of that map. Alright, opened up the app, paired to the fuel pack. Go ahead and click on that. We're going to click on, see if there's any trouble codes. Doubtful. No trouble codes. Alright, we're going to select auto-tune. Says please wait, like I have a choice. So we just loaded that brand new map into the 3rd position. 0 position is the stock map, which you can't, it's read only. These are the two. This is the canned map, big radius with baffles. First one I ever loaded up on here. This is the one I was attempting to do auto-tune on with baffles. So this is going to be the new one that I'm attempting to do auto-tune on without baffles, just to factor that out as a problem. So just to run you guys through this as well, auto-tune tutorial, I've checked this out a million times. They pretty much don't tell you anything. I mean, they kind of tell you how the map is populated. So each box represents a zone of RPM and load. White is not learned, orange, yellow is 1 cylinder learned, green is both cylinders learned. This is a good auto-tune session. They say you want it to kind of look like a football shape. I've heard some people say that. And then it's basically going to learn what band you're in the RPMs the most and throttle position the most as well. Once you have several cells learned, apply the learned values. Finish will restore a good AFR table values and end learning. AFR, air fuel ratio. That's it. So basically it says to just basically start it. So quick setup, advanced setup. Advanced setup, you're going to set engine temp, desired air fuel ratio, O2 voltage, number of samples, start auto-tune. I want it to learn this on its own, and like I said, I'm not like a Harley mechanic, so this is going to get way into super detailed stuff that I don't need to be messing with something that is possibly going to harm the bike or the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and just cancel that, and I'm going to just do the quick and easy version of auto-tune. So the quick setup, boom, quick setup, takes me right to the map. It's all whited out, there's nothing on it at all. It says please wait, Jeopardy theme. It says ready to flash. I'ma flash you. You got some activity there. Flashing new map to bike. Should be able to hear it, yep. Gonna go ahead and turn the bike off and wait for 30 seconds. Alright, turn bike on, Bluetooth will reconnect. Bike is back on, run switch is already hit, waiting for Bluetooth connection. I just programmed my bike with FP3, that was easy, done. Alright, we're going to go to view edit maps. Now whenever you're running auto-tune, it does not let you view or edit the maps, so test, yep, not allowed while auto-tuning. We're running auto-tune, this is the current map, cells learned, 0, engine too cold. Throttle position sensor, should be, yep. It's responsive to 80. Really? All the way back was it at 80? There you go, it's 100. Cool, so let's try and start it up and see what happens. Fingers crossed. That's amazing. See, it's not running like it was the last time. So that's awesome. That's the first time I've seen it run like that without it like sputtering and stalling out. So, is it going to work this time? I don't know. Let's take it around and we'll see how it handles. You guys saw how it handled in the parking lot that one time. Hopefully it doesn't handle like that again. From the sounds of it, just right off the bat right now, probably not going to. It seems to be running pretty strong, so. Yeah, see, that's already night and day different. Did have a little bit of a hiccup there. It's normal. Alright, so that was a successful little loop. So let's bring up the phone and check the map. Hell yeah, this is working out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, since that seems to be working, I'm gonna ride it up to where I'm going, which is the garage. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm wearing a backpack. So yeah, let's ride up to the garage and hope that this keeps populating. Go ahead and keep that on. This fucking jacket. This fucking jacket for our 80-degree weather the day after Christmas. Awesome. Alright, you guys keep your fingers crossed.